What's going on, everyone? Coach Aaron here, back in another video to help you dominate a platform. Today we're going to break down the rule on bringing the bar back down to the ground for deadlift so you can figure out what you can and cannot do. So let's get right to it. Alright, welcome back my powerlifting people. For those of you that are watching all my videos, thanks for tuning in to another video and checking out my channel. For those of you who are new here and don't know who I am, my name is Venmo Khamesi. I'm a powerlifting coach, athlete, referee, and meet director. So I make videos here on this channel to help out those groups of people. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you subscribe so you can see more videos like this. Today we're going to go over a rule that's a little bit confusing for lifters and referees, and it comes up from time to time and has come back up now after Taylor Atwood's performance here at the Florida State Championship on that final deadlift where it looks like he may have let go of the bar on the way down. So we're going to break down what the rule actually says to see as a lifter what you can and can't do, and as a coach what you can and can't do if it was the right or wrong call. Before I get into all that, what I will say is that since he was setting American records at that state championship, you do have to have the national or higher referees in there. So for his American record squat, I was the left side referee. For his American record bench, I was the left side referee. And then for that final American record deadlift, I was the chief referee. So I'm the one who gave him the down command, and I was one of the referees that gave him the white light. But now going and looking at all the videos that are up there and trying to go frame by frame on the video and pausing it to see exactly when the bar comes out of his hands and when the weights touch, to me it does look like the hands let go early, and so I would have gone back and given it a no lift if I had that ability to see some kind of instant replay or go like frame by frame and pause it right where I need to see it. So just letting you guys know that I think based on the videos I've seen that it is a no lift and I made the wrong call. But let's now go to my computer and go to the rule book and see why I made the wrong call, what the rule actually says, why people think this is confusing, why people have a hiccup when it comes to this rule, both referees and lifters, and then maybe ways that we can improve it. So let's head on over to my computer. All right, as always, I got usapowerlifting.com pulled up, and we'll go to the rule book there. So you go to About Us, and then you go down to Rules and Bylaws. And then we'll go to the very first one, USAPL Rulebook. That way we can click on the table of contents and go right to the deadlift section. So we come down, we're gonna look for deadlift. So rules of performance for deadlift, we'll head on over there. So here we have the rules of performance for the deadlift and also the causes for disqualification. And the rule that we're looking for is right here, number 7. I'll see if I can make this a little bigger. Allowing the bar to return to the platform without maintaining control with both hands, i.e. releasing the bar from the palms of the hand. So this is the rule that we're going over that everyone gets confused, and the part that everyone gets confused most is this i.e. releasing the bar from the palm of the hands, because people are trying to figure out what's considered maintaining control. Is there a certain speed that the bar has to come down? Is there a certain noise that the bar can't make? Is there a certain distance that the weights can't bounce off the ground once the lifter brings the bar down to the ground? And so the part that everyone gets confused is this IE. So if we actually go, I'm gonna pull up a separate tab right here. Let's go look at the definition of not only IE, but EG, because some people get this confused. So I have them here. And so you can basically see that for EG, it means for example. So you may be trying to say one or more examples of whatever the sentence was, what the reason, what the meaning for it is, or what your examples are to give you more information for the reader. But for IE, what it means basically is that is, or even later on here it says specifically or namely. So you're not giving one or more examples out of a wide range of examples. You are giving the description, specifically this is what it means. So now when we go back to the rule book and we'll read this again, what the IE is doing is telling us specifically what the sentence before means, which what it's trying to say is what maintaining control is. So all you need to look at is releasing the bar from the palms of the hand. So if you're holding on to the bar all the way down to the ground, then that is maintaining control. That's it. If you are not holding on to the bar and you release the bar from the palm of your hand, so you're no longer gripping the bar, then it is no longer maintaining control and it is a no lift. So that's all you need to look at when you're looking at this rule as a lifter, as a coach, as a referee, is was the bar released from the palms of the hands before the weights touch the ground. So when I do rules briefings for like local meets, I always bring this up and I tell lifters, hey, you can bring the bar down as slow as you want, as fast as you want. If it makes noise, it's fine. If the weights bounce, it's fine. All you need to be doing is gripping the bar until the weights touch the ground. That's it. So that's just what lifters, coaches, and referees need to understand, is what that IE means. It is describing what maintaining control is. So you don't have to make a judgment call on what control is. It is defining it there for you. And also just a point to bring up is this number 5 right here. So number 5 is saying that during the lift, you can't take a step with your feet backwards or forward or to the sides, but after the down command, you can move your feet. So I know in some other federations, they don't have this rule and they're actually stricter when it comes to this, and you have to keep your feet in place as you're pulling the weight up and as you're bringing the weight back down. But in USAPL and other IPF affiliates, you have to have your feet in place when you pull the bar up. So after a down command, you can bring your feet in. So if you're like a sumo puller and you don't want to crush your toes, you are allowed to bring your feet in. So again, you can move your feet, you can bring down the bar fast, as long as you're not releasing the bar from the palm of your hands. It is considered maintaining control and it should be a good lift as far as those rules for disqualification. If there's some other issue, then that's a different story. So that means when we're going and reviewing Taylor Atwood's third attempt deadlift, what we're looking for is, did he release the bar from the palm of his hands before the weights touched the ground, or did he not? And so that's why in the instant, in the moment, especially when he held at the top and he clearly had the good lift and he had control, there was no grip issues or anything like that, it looked like, okay, there's not an issue. And then it brings the bar down really fast and he lets go so close to the weights touching the ground and so fast that the referees, including myself, the chief referee with 7 years of referee experience, could not tell. I wasn't sure whether he let go before or whether he let go after, because it was like a bang bang play. So I gave the benefit doubt to the lifter and I gave a white light. Turns out the side referees also gave a white light, so it was 3 white lights. But like I said, when I went back and watched the video of everyone that's posted up and tried to go frame by frame on my iPhone and try and pause and see exactly, it looks like the right hand, and I'll see if I can maybe put a clip of it, but it's gonna be bad quality. But it seems like the right hand, that hand opens up and the bar is released from the palm before the weights touch. So that's what I'm saying, going back and looking at the video now and going through it frame by frame, it looks like it should have been a no lift. So just going a little bit into it further, like I said, it was 3 white lights in the moment. It was a good lift. Going back and looking at it, it looks like a no lift. What can you do? Well, if you are someone who is the lifter or coaching that lifter in the position where that is your lifter, then if they call it white lights, then you're good, nothing to do. If they call it a no lift and it's 2 to 1, let's say 2 red lights, one light, and there's a jury there, you can always go and protest to the jury and say, hey, I thought that they held on to the bar all the way down to the ground. It should be a good lift. And if you don't know what a jury is, I just made a video on it in my last video, so you can always go check it out to go see when a jury is used and how you can go and protest the call. So make sure you check out that video. So that is something you can do at a higher level competition, is if it happens to your lifter where it's a no lift, you can always go to the jury and protest it. In addition, if you are coaching against another lifter and this situation happens to the other lifter, if there's 3 white lights, you can't do anything about it. But if it's 2 white lights, then again, you can go to the jury and you could do a written protest, put the money down and protest against that lifter and say, no, they let go of the bar before the weights touched, they did not maintain control, and try and get it overturned. In addition, what would help you if you're trying to get it overturned to a no lift is that at the higher level competitions like a world championship for the past few years now, the juries had a monitor on their jury table where they can then see the replay from the live stream. So the jury will be able to get another second view at it and see maybe a better view or maybe a slow motion view and see whether the hands released before the weights touched. And that way they can make the correct call and overturn the referees if the referees made that blatant and obvious mistake on the platform. And if it's not you as a lifter or you're a coach that's coaching a lifter or against another lifter and it doesn't affect you, then don't worry about it. You now know what rule we're talking about and how the rule should be implemented. So You as a referee, you should be making the right call, and don't worry about whether a lifter brings the bar down fast or makes too much noise or anything like that. And if you are in a coaching situation, now you know in the future that you can always go protest it if you feel like the rule wasn't applied correctly. And also, hopefully, you know that us referees do make some mistakes sometimes. There was about 100 lifters competing at that championship, and not everyone was full power, but if we say everyone was full power, that's 900 attempts that our referees are judging. And so there's gonna be some bad calls there sometimes. You can't have a 100% perfect referee as far as calling all these attempts. And in other sports as well, referees make some bad mistakes or just some tough calls where it's just like a bang bang play. And in other sports, they are implementing more and more instant replay and challenging calls and all that kind of stuff. Where in powerlifting, we're a little bit slower on getting to that, but maybe in the future we'll get more like that, where we can do more instant replay at more competitions. That way you can protest the call, the jury can see it, and they can make the right call and overturn the referees on the platform if they need to. All right, but hopefully you enjoyed this video and hopefully it was helpful. If you didn't know exactly the breakdown of this rule and maybe you've been implementing it wrong as a referee, or maybe you've seen referees make the wrong call, now you know. And what I'm saying here is confirmed by the IPF technical chairman and also the USA Powerlifting technical chairman. So they all agree on this. So if anyone is making a different call, then they are making a mistake, and you can always go and discuss it with them and let them know that it's all about releasing the bar from the palms of the hands as far as maintaining control. So if you liked the video, give it a like. If you have a friend who is a referee, or maybe you're discussing this rule with them as far as Taylor's third deadlift and they disagree with you, you can always share this video with them to help them out so they know the rule as well. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this, and you can always comment below with any other topics you want me to discuss, whether it's about coaching, whether it's about meet directing, or whether it's like this where it's a rulebook question and we can break it all down. Other than that, I hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll see you guys next time.